Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming series. I am the Crushinator, and tonight I am bringing you an excellent heroic division matchup between Phoenix Rising Esports and Baby Makers. This is going to be a good one here. Phoenix Rising been practicing and playing together as a squad for a little bit. They were in the HCI, they were in the Storm Division qualifiers, and Baby Makers coming in as the previous season Division A champions. So I'm excited for this matchup. It's going to be a good one. Let's see what these teams can bring. We've got our lobby all set up. We're going to be ready to go in a minute. So I'll let you know about the map bans. Tomb of the Spider Queen and Battlefield of Eternity were banned away by Phoenix Rising. Baby Makers banning out Sky Temple and Volskaya Foundry. And we're going to be going to Alterac Pass here for game number 1, chosen by Phoenix Rising. The starting button has been called, and in we go. In we go, let's do it. We got game number 1 on our hands here. Alterac Pass is the map. Map where macro is kind of king. You got to keep those lanes pushed. You got to keep that camp taken. You end up with a lot of, push comp versus push comp. So we'll see if anyone can throw some spice into the mix on this pretty rudimentary of maps when it comes down to paths to victory. It's hard to skip to the end on Alterac, I'll say that. Like, the bosses don't really do enough to accelerate the win condition. You can't just bust through a keep and take the core unless, like, the whole enemy team is dead for at least 45 seconds because the core takes so little damage on 2 keeps alive. So you gotta go through the steps. You gotta go through the motions of Alterac Pass to get to the end. That's why you can't really skip out on those macro pieces that help you get to the end of the game. Speaking of macro, Brightwing banned away here by Baby Makers, and we've got a Medivh banned from Phoenix Rising. If there's anyone who can cheat the win conditions of this map, it's definitely Medivh. Phoenix Rising identifying a Medivh threat on the other side of the battlefield. Gonna take that away. Baby Maker's gonna remove Chromie. Don't see Chromie on the ban list very often anymore. And Zagara is taken away there. There's that Junkrat. Junkrat's been a pretty high priority, especially here at these upper levels of play. The ability to blow up and engage, or follow up and engage just to displace someone deep in enemy lines is very, very powerful. And of course, high wave clear, high poke onto these objectives makes Junkrat a force to be reckoned with. The zone control of the traps that no longer hit minions was a giant, giant change. It made Junkrat really come into his own. Stukov Dahaka going to be the response here from Shredded Wind and Golden. Another just pair of great heroes. Nothing too fancy going on just yet. They're just picking the best of the best. Baby Maker's going to respond with a Stitches and a Hogger here. Marbuckle bringing in the Hogger. D-Sheebs on the Stitches. Stitches, there's a couple spots here on Alterac where Stitches can go way over a wall and get a hook that is basically unsavable. And because this map always tends to go late, Stitches is always a threat to just coin flip you late game and win. So that's a good pickup there on the side of Baby Makers. Lucio, gonna be the ban from Phoenix Rising. Interesting. So that would imply they're going for more of a stun setup, and that will lead to the Anubarak ban from Baby Makers. Anubarak, just great with stuns in general, but also being able to cocoon Stitches to instantly disgorge a target is a pretty big deal. So we'll see what Phoenix Rising takes instead here. Looking at this, I wouldn't mind something like a Diablo Tychus, to be honest, or even a Varian Tychus. They're gonna go Johanna Tychus, okay. Tychus does some good work against Stitches and Hogger. Doesn't really follow up onto Junkrat as well, but we'll see what Split 2 Ends is gonna pick up. Johanna, just a solid front line, able to absorb a lot of hooks with that Iron Skin. Or just get pulled in and not die. You know, standard Johanna things. Last 2 picks for Baby Makers. Are we going to see a Malfurion follow-up? What are they thinking? There it is. Freckle Bob is going to bring in the Malfurion and Deadwish with the Falstad for a little bit of macro, a little bit of split push on the side of Baby Makers. This is a good setup. They've got good threat here with Stitches, Malfurion, Junkrat to be able to just pull someone and send them way away from their team. You've got the Falstad split push. You've got the Hogger, Wave Clear, and Camp Take. This is a good team over on the right. Phoenix Rising going to round it out with a Hanzo. Split 2 Ends has been showing some good work on the Hanzo as of late. Alright. See if there's going to be any switches around. Alfie's still on the Tychus. Deadwish going with the Falstad. Looks like everyone's happy with their choices. Alright. Game number 1 is set. We'll have to see which comes ahead. Will the Stitches find the hooks or won't they? Will the Dahaka be able to run in, just drag whoever they want and get out? We'll have to see. So we're loading into game number 1. I'm going to try this. We're going to try to do a prediction here. Because I have buttons for it now. Oh yeah. We're going to see if that works. Alrighty. Loading in for game number 1. Got the Tychus Stukov combination, always very strong. Hanzo able to go into the back, deal some good damage to Junkrat, Malfurion. Even getting some good burst onto Falstad. Would work out. Alrighty. Let's find out. On the left, in the blue, we have Phoenix Rising Esports. Split 2 Ends is on the Hanzo. Shredded Wind playing Stukov. Gingy Boy is on the Johanna. Alfie playing Tychus. And we've got Golden on the Dahaka. On the right, in the red, Baby Makers. Freckle Bob is on the Malfurion. Deadwish playing Falstad. Paper Tanks is on the Junkrat. Marbuckle playing Hogger. And D-Sheebs is on the Stitches. Here we go. Game number 1 is underway. We've got W Quest coming on out for Hanzo, looking to get those extra projectiles. Already 3 stacks off that first cast. Johanna going to be looking for some globes here with the Laws of Hope on level 1. Over on the side of Baby Makers, we've got the auto attack quest. His first hook is going to land, but it is Johanna with Iron Skin, so Gingy Boy going to get it out of there just fine. We have a Dynamite quest here for Hogger, looking for a little bit of poke and zoning. With that easy throw Dynamite, as our teams go ahead and split into lanes. Thank you for participating in the predictions. I basically never run them just because it's such a pain to go and type them in chat while I'm trying to cast, but I found a Stream Deck plugin that'll do it by buttons. I'm very happy about that, so I'm going to use it today. Stitch's silence is so loud. Both teams going to go ahead and grab their Knoll camps on each side. They want to pick those up as early and as frequently as possible. Interesting. I'm not sure if the silence does more damage. I assume the silence does more damage to multiple targets and the auto attack does more damage to one target if you're being a Stukov on camps. Good to know. Good to know. Camps are going to collide in the mid here. Dahaka continuing to duel versus Hogger in the top lane. Hanzo and Falstad working in the bottom lane. Dahaka taking a little bit of damage up there. As Hogger with some good poke on that Dynamite. Already 3 stacks on that quest. Both teams really just want to clear this camp out as efficiently as possible to make sure there's no free siege onto that mid wall. Go red. You gotta pick one. You gotta go for the big money. Sometimes you just get out ratioed. Golden still working on the top side versus Hogger here. Got a big rotation coming on through, but Marbuckle felt it coming. Is gonna roll on out of there. Checking in on Hanzo and Falstad. Both of them, you know, a little bit of poke here and there. Hanzo sitting on 11 stacks on that quest. Not too bad for a solo lane Hanzo. Could have some trouble here. Deadwish gets the barrel roll in. Shredded Wind is here, though. Uh-oh, there's the reactive Ballista Spores. Falstad getting a little greedy there is punished by Phoenix Rising. Very nicely done on the rotation. That's going to give them the opportunity to jump on their camp early and possibly go for an early objective cap. This is Wind Up Bird. How you doing? Frosty Hots, how you doing? The Alterac camp clear is underway. So both teams... Oh, there's a drag after being swiped. Interesting interaction there in the top lane. But Junkrat's setting up on the point here. Not going to allow this cap to go over for free. Both teams definitely want their level 7s and they need this mid-camp cleared up before they really think about contesting the objective. There's 7 for both sides. Junkrat going with the sticky wicket. Okay, Gingy Boy actually going to get rooted off the hook there. And Johanna taken down. Nice follow-up stun by Hogger. Oh, Falstad taken out in the bottom lane as well. So a separated 1-for-1 trade. Rude has been called in the chat. The Shredded Wind. Looking to help out on those rotations a little bit. Hanzo 11 stacks still on that level 1 quest. Tychus now stacking on level 4. Master Assassin is online, looking to empower that Odin, most likely. Has no real moves towards the objective just yet. Tahaka went on back to base. He's going to try to get that top lane under control now that Falstad's pushing in. Shredded Wind and Alfie are going to hang out here. Gingy Boy is going to try to dangle the carrot here. But no pressure onto the objective just yet. The globals are in the top lane. Right side camp is being worked on by Frepkelbob and Paper Tanks. We're going to have to see Phoenix Rising head on back and do that camp themselves as it's now up for a 3rd time. Could possibly see not much action until level 10 at this rate on the objective. Johanna continuing to try to interrupt rotations in the mid. This could be a time for Baby Makers to make a move on the objective. Instead, they're going to push forward and see if they can get a little bit of siege onto the wall here, as they did take their camp significantly earlier, which means they get to move up to this wall. Hanzo thinking about a back cap there, is just going to go back to soaking the bottom lane, looking for that level 10. As mid-wave is cleared away here. 10s are in for Phoenix Rising. It is going to be the Odin for Tychus. We've got the Falling Sword for Johanna. That is Isolation for Dahaka. Massive shove. Hanzo's still thinking about it. Still considering that option. 10s in for Baby Makers as well. We've got the Gust. We've got the Gorge. We've got the Tranquility, Riptire, and Hortipult. This hook going out, but not quite connecting there. Hanzo is going to go for the Dragon Arrow, so going with the stun. Alfie going to get the channel here and start the objective going here for Phoenix Rising. Hogger doing a good job of zoning out Hanzo. Marbuckle looking for a flank, but is sort of hiding out inside this camp, or inside the mud there, allowing for some easy scatters. There's the Odin from Tychus, able to get away from the root and from the sticky wicket there, but blown right back into it. There's the Riptire coming out from Junkrat, looking for this Tychus, but Alfie going to survive the engage there. Hook back in onto Shredded Wind. Great job by Baby Makers. They're going to pick up another kill here. Nicely done, nicely done. However, Phoenix Rising were able to survive for long enough and stop the counter channels for long enough that they get the first objective of the game. Deadwish goes in, but Split 2 Ends comes out of the bush. There will not be a trade. Nice pickup there onto Falstad by Phoenix Rising. Second time Falstad's been sort of caught with that aggressive barrel roll. And someone from Phoenix Rising just waiting on that rotation. Alfie gonna grab the tap and heal on up. Push continues here in the top lane. Dahaka and Hoggard still dealing with the bottom lane. Shredded Wind moving on up there, getting the slow onto Junkrat. But it looks like this top fort could be in trouble. Well, Junkrat's got the good long-distance wave clear. All right, they're going to save it. D-Sheep's coming on up here to see if there's any hook opportunities, but Phoenix Rising will get out of there just fine. Golden and Marbuckle continue to be locked in their off-lane battle. But Null camps are up, so everyone separates and goes and does those. Doing the camps again. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Doing the camps again. Almost synchronous taking of camps by Phoenix Rising and Baby Makers this time. See them march down the lane merrily. Oh, looks like Phoenix Rising got it just a second earlier. Just looking at how they were crossing the gates. But they'll just get this mid-clear and, you know, be on their way. Next objective should be coming up in, you know, roughly 30 seconds or so. We'll see when the announcement is. Hook comes out, not going to quite land there, but there's the root combo from Stukov. But Alfie was in the back there looking to avoid that Junkrat setup. Shredded Wind going to get the big push there, just to make sure to complete the disengage. Could be trouble for Hanzo in the top lane. Big rotation out from Baby Makers. Deadwish is going to barrel roll over into the bush, but Split 2 Ends feels it coming and gets back to safety. This could mean bottom lane pressure here. Or Phoenix Rising. They're going to get in and get a little bit of wave clear, and it looks like they're going to claim this bottom fort. Stitches and Malfurion are on the way here. Shredded Wind going for the massive shove, but didn't quite get it. This could be trouble. Hook. Oh, great dodge there by Shredded Wind, but Hogger in the back line. Oh no, Hogger will go in straight into the Tychus minigun. Is going to be taken out. The rest of the team could not catch up. And now Phoenix Rising is going to start a boss and try to take this 5v4. Baby Makers in the area. Golden going to find the drag, but a good interrupt there by Junkrat. Alfie continuing to work on this boss, but Deadwish is really working the edge. Oh no, Tychus is stunned! And Tychus is going to go down here. Gingy Boy onto the point is going to be gorged. Can Golden hang on here? These Sheebs will disgorge Johanna. Boss point has been taken. Gingy Boy trying to move up here, but the gust is in. Stitches falls, but Baby Makers steal the boss. What a battle there. The 4v5 working out for Baby Makers. Big pick there onto Tychus to start it off. Made it even. But Deadwish just holding the trump card, holding that gust until the final moment. Overall, the boss isn't going to get a whole lot, but it's a moral victory. Going to see the wall taken down. And that'll be about it. But sometimes that's all you need. That's just it's a thing that you've got to do on Alterac. Just one of the many things that you just must complete to win Alterac Pass. Level 16's in for both sides, as we see camps once again going to be the focus. Mid-camp already taken here by Baby Makers. Shredded Wind with a little dipsy-do there to avoid the hook. Once again, your Baby Makers a little bit ahead on the camp take, which means they get to push forward in the mid lane. One cannon tower taken down. There's a big cleanse, but the Dragon Arrow right afterwards. Junkrat is taken out. Oh no, the counter synergy on the shove. D-Sheebs is going to be dropping Tychus off in no man's land. Going to hit the Odin for the armor. Alfie actually able to get out. Johanna is going to go down. Big trade for Hogger. Shredded Wind in trouble. Stukov going to fall here. The big hook will not catch. Split 2 Ends. That's a 2 for 2 on the big scuffle in the mid lane. Objective's been up this whole time, by the way. It's just, you know, we're just hanging out. It's all good. We got better things to do. Augur gonna push this top lane in. Gonna go ahead and just wait on the map here. Falstad pushing in the bottom lane. Split 2 ends, gotta be careful as Deadwish has been doing those very aggressive 1v1 plays. And a 40% health Hanzo is definitely not going to be dueling a 100% health Falstad. Paper Tank's looking to get started up on the camp here. Frecklebob helping out. Left side camp still 10 seconds on it, so now that the camp take speed and the timing is starting to add up here for Baby Makers. Deadwish looking to save the bottom fort, will do so effectively. Shredded Wind and Alfie are on top of the left side camp here, trying to get that timing moved in their favor. Hook comes out, gonna land on a split 2 ends. Big slow there. Oh, the root came out, and then the gorge. We'll see if Hanzo can jump over the wall here. Oh, the root. Good job finding that Junkrat trap. Golden gonna pop the essence and use that tunneling claws to dig on out of there. D-Sheeb's looking for a follow-up hook. Not gonna quite land. Baby Makers are on the objective. They've got the 5v4. Hanzo down for another 38 seconds here. Johanna still trying to clear out that mid camp. Will be doing so. Bottom fort will go down to the split pressure from Tychus and Stukov here. This objective was almost certainly going to be claimed by Baby Makers. Bit of pressure. Falstad in the mid is going to be slowed there by Tychus. Has the barrel roll to get away from the condemn, though. Nicely done. Raiders are on the way. First Red Raiders of the game. I think this is only the second objective capture of the game. As we cross the 14-minute mark. We'll see what the setup is going to be. Mid is pretty bruised here. D-Sheeb's looking for a hook. Iron Skin going to be baited out and used to remove one of those Junkrat traps. It's that minus armor. It's a big deal. Dragon Arrow's going to be landing onto 2. Will be mostly negated. Oh no, Johanna in the back is going to be put onto this sticky wicket. There is the gust from Falstad. There is no saving Johanna. Another pick coming on through for Baby Makers during objective time. Hook. Oh! Hook almost lands there on a Tychus. Augur headed up to the top lane as mid-fort. Oh, mid-fort, it might not go down here. Deadwish is trying to help finish it off. Alright, Phoenix Rising can't step up here, so mid-fort will fall. Bottom fort. See if that gets cleared away. Oh, here comes Baby Makers. They're going to go ahead and secure that bottom fort. Top fort is saved, though, by Dahaka. Augur not able to push that in. But that's 2 forts down, evening up the building count here. Because Baby Makers. They're not done. They're still over half health on this rider. They could chip away at this keep wall. Good angle on that hook by D-Sheeps going over next to the side wall. Marbuckle looking for an ult in. Hortipult ready to go as Alfie pops the Odin and gets that extra attack speed. Now up to 5 stacks on that level 4 Master Assassin quest. But it looks like Baby Maker's able to mount up and roll on out of there. Deadwish. Oh, Deadwish going to keep an eye on things. They're hooking back here. There's a big slow from Stitches, but the drag into the back line. There's a gust as well. D-Sheebs will be saved for that. Going to hook Golden in this time, and Stitches going to go down there. Too much damage coming in from that Odin. Junkrat falls as well. Big damage onto Gingy Boy, but that's 2 members down. Root combo is going to land onto Augur. Alfie coming in with the slow, the grenade as well. Is there going to be enough chase? Marbuckle with the knockback. Onzo's on the chase. Bullseye is not going to land. Marbuckle, oh my gosh. Is Augur going to survive this? Frecklebob coming in with the save. Oh, the falling sword is going to lock up the 3rd kill. Phoenix Rising with the big turnaround are going to go ahead and look at this bottom boss. Going ahead and picking that up there. Split 2 ends on that Hanzo. Piercing arrows alongside the serrated arrows. Very strong boss clear on this map. Objective about to come up here. Looks like 3 members are going to go ahead and secure that, as Augur is still down for 27 seconds here. Back camp is up. We'll see if anyone wants to peel out and do that. It'd be pretty greedy at this point to not just fully commit to this take. You've got the boss pushing in the bottom lane. Stitches is going to come on in. Oh, the hook is barely tickles Stukov there, but will not connect. Junkrat, the cannonballs are coming on through, making it very difficult to stick around here. Hook comes out. Oh, it's going to land on split two ends. The root is up, and Hanzo is down. Alfie has that Odin to try to fire onto the back line, but Gingy Boy and Shredded Wind are on their way out. Shredded Wind is going to get the push, but there's the Gorge. Stukov is going to be taken away and put into the roots. Sleep comes out as well. Alfie is going to be pulled in. Shredded Wind is down. 2 kills here for Babymakers as Marbuckle going in with the Hortapult. Nice unstoppable there to deny the pushback. Looks like the other 3 members of Phoenix Rising. No, Gingy Boy. Oh, has the Falling Sword to escape. Almost another pick there. Boss does pick up this bottom keep here for Phoenix Rising, but Babymakers with the double kill are going to start to channel this objective. Paper Tanks just moving in, saying, I dare you to step onto this game. Tychus and Dahaka are waiting on the edge. The rest of the team is coming on through the pit. The minions are stopping the... Oh no, the minions stopped the channel. D-Sheeps was too far away. Hogger is spinning on the camp. Golden is actually going to get taken away, but Alfie steps on the point. There's the Dragon Arrow stun onto Marbuckle. This could have been a huge mistake. Stun comes out. They're going to have to try to channel the objective again here. Stukov is only 4 seconds from rezzing. Oh, the greedy plays from Babymakers could backfire here. They only need 17 more seconds, but Stukov is on the way. Gingy Boy waiting for an engage. Alfie waiting for an engage here. Split two ends going to move in. There's the Falling Sword onto 3. Silence comes out as well. We're going to see the Mighty Gust from Falstad will be in for the save. 2.3 seconds. The objective is stopped. Phoenix Rising are not done yet. Golden on the back line is going to find the stun. Oh no, but is taken into fort range. Has the tunneling claws to get through, but no, Dahaka. Dahaka is being stolen away here. Golden with no dig. No way to escape. Dahaka is going to go down. Counter kill though onto Hogger. Marbuckle going in too hard. Johanna is the next to be taken out. 2 are slept. Alfie is trying to get this follow-up kill onto Stitches, and Stitches is going to go down. The minions stop the channel at 3 seconds. It's a 3v3. Shredded Wind wants to get into range. There's a Dragon Arrow's going to land on his Freckle Bob. They're so low. Hanzo wants to move up here. Freckle Bob has to Hearth. Paper Tanks is going to try to delay this. Split two ends with the channel. Junkrat with the next interrupt. Deadwish is low. Deadwish has the gust, but it's not enough. Falstad goes down. Falstad goes down. Paper Tanks trying to stay in range. The first grenade hits the wall, and that's going to be the objective going over to Phoenix Rising. 3v2. Dahaka and Johanna are up in 10 seconds, and the Riders are on their way. What a back and forth game here, past the 20-minute mark. 3 members trying to take out the mid fort. They want to pressure down this mid keep if possible. Top lane is already pushed in here, so the Riders will be hitting both keeps pretty quickly. My goodness. Alfie with the Odin, with the big red button, is going to siege in. D-Sheep's taking some big damage there, but he's going to use the tap. Gingy Boy pops the Unstoppable here to avoid the Gorge. Stitch is taking gigantic damage, pops the Shambling Horror, trying to get out. Bullseye not going to quite land. Hook is going to hit onto Hanzo. Hanzo is being taken away here. The root is out. Can Hanzo get away? No, Hanzo is down. The Dragon Arrow will not connect. Mid fort, or mid keep is down. Bottom objective is onto the core here, but Phoenix Rising has to back off. Stitch is doing what Stitches does best, which is take a perfectly good engagement and just turn it on its head. Bottom boss is up and available. Phoenix Rising are looking to take this as fast as they can. Babymakers is going for the top boss. They won't be able to stop this, but they will get their own push in the top lane. D-Sheeb's checking it out, sees they're not here. Bottom boss goes over to Phoenix Rising. Babymaker's not going to have any trouble picking up this top boss. Phoenix Rising, moving to the mid lane. They're going to start to come up here. I don't think they're not going to get here in time. And they're without Hanzo. Oh, Golden is in! Oh no, Golden is eaten! They were going for the big play. Dahaka was dug into the bush. The boss is going to go over to Babymakers. Falling Sword into the backline is going to get the hit. Dragon Arrow from long range will not connect. Marbuckle able to use the Hog Wild to get away here. D-Sheep still being slowed, still taking big damage. There's the Shambling Horror to get Stitches on out of there. Phoenix Rising almost made the big play. Oh no, Golden. Golden in trouble. Able to back off. Split Two Ends has come to join the squad. Hanzo is here. They want this fort. They want the big red button value. Keep is already just annihilated down to half health, and it's going to be taken out here. Hook not going to land onto Alfie. Core going to be reset here. Took some big damage from the mid push. Objective is up and available. Hook lands onto Hanzo again, but is going to be saved by Johanna. Gingy Boy with the big Heaven's Fury. Hanzo trying to get away here, taking so much damage. Deadwish with the gust, but Hanzo on the safe side. Oh no, Hanzo pulled again. Gingy Boy goes into the Heaven's Fury trying to heal up, but there's the Junkrat grenades. Babymakers with the double kill. Shredded Wind. Shredded Wind is pulled in. The rest of the team looking to catch up here. A third kill for Babymakers. Golden pushing into the core is taken down below 8,000 health again. With no keeps down. Babymakers. They're going to step up here, but they can't just stroll their way in. Golden was looking for the kill onto Deadwish there. Falstad has to guard the base. Has to stop this lane pressure. This lane collapse can definitely kill the boss, which hasn't even rezzed all the way. It'll be stopped at about half health. Dahaka still threatening on the edge here, is going to dig on back. There's the Hog Wild from Marbuckle, but Golden moves on through. Hook not going to land. Falstad still clearing the base here. Babymakers are going to get the objective. That's the objective is going to be stopped very early in all three lanes. All three keeps on the side of Phoenix Rising are still up. Look at the size of these waves pushing in here. Phoenix Rising, they've got the camp in the mid. They could possibly just threaten to push into core right now with this camp. Babymakers clearing out the top lane. Phoenix Rising checking the edges. Everyone but Falstad is just cruising down the top lane. Phoenix Rising has to back off and defend. Here they come, Babymakers. D-Sheebs wants a hook here on the edge. Not gonna find one. Looking for one over the wall, though, maybe. Gonna be dodged. Keep is basically down already, just to those cannonballs. Scatters from Hanzo, trying to get as much damage out as possible. There's the Unstoppable from Johanna. D-Sheeps wants to catch up for a Gorge. Golden, digging down underneath, is gonna move to safety. Core is almost being pressured. Johanna is taken away here, trying to put them... Oh, the stun is going to come out here, but it still lands onto the Junkrat route. The silence onto Gingy Boy is not enough. Heaven's Fury doesn't take him far away enough. Still has the Iron Skin, but it's not going to be enough. Johanna goes down. Riptire trying to push Tychus into the corner. Alfie, with nowhere to go, is going to go down. Babymakers with the double kill here. Bottom keep is down, which means the core is only on 20 armor. 5v3 push. Hook comes out, gonna land there onto Stukov. The root follow-up, and Stukov goes down. And this will almost certainly be game. Here comes the bottom rider onto the core. Hook not gonna land onto Split Two Ends, but the core is being shredded down. Babymakers. It was in, it was out, but they do move ahead and find the victory. What a game. GG. Wow. Those Stitches hooks were on point, but Phoenix Rising was that close to checkmate there on the core. All 3 keeps down to Haka continually pushing in those waves, but Deadwish able to defend the core for long enough. The Riders come on through and the hooks just keep on landing. What a game, number 1. Split 2 ends, top damage here for Phoenix Rising Esports, 92,000 coming on out from the Archer. Paper Tanks on the Junkrat, 94,500 there for Baby Makers. Unbelievable. Let's get the prediction here. We had the red win. Go ahead and take a look at the talents here for those who are interested. Get some water. My goodness. Ooh, baby. Did I do the thing right? I did. Oh my god, the buttons work. Yes. My buttons work, chat. It's fantastic. Alright, let's head out here. I got the chat on the screen. Oh! My god. It's all coming together. Alrighty, I need to rest my voice for a second, because that was a big game. We're going to take a very short break. I'm going to gulp some of this water, and when we come on back, it's going to be game number 2. Sit tight. Alrighty, welcome back. We have game number 2 loaded up and ready to go here. Phoenix Rising Esports looking to come back versus Baby Makers, and we're going to Infernal Shrines here for game number 2. Let's jump into that draft. As a reminder, for folks who may have got here before the start, Tomb of the Spider Queen, Battlefield of Eternity, Sky Temple, and Volskaya Foundry are banned out for this series. Baby Makers just won a classic, an instant classic, there on Alterac Pass, and they've chosen to go to Infernal Shrines here for game number 2. Maev going to be the opening ban here for Phoenix Rising, followed swiftly by a Zagara. Makes sense to me. See what else Phoenix Rising isn't interested in seeing on Shrines. Still gonna take out the Medivh, okay. So not gonna take away the Stitches just yet. We'll see if they want it for themselves. Maybe they want to take the Hogger. Maybe they want to take the Junkrat. Junkrat gonna be banned. I'd love to see them pick up the Stitches or the Hogger here, because I feel like Baby Makers just drafts both of them if you don't take either one. But we shall see. Phoenix Rising, they may have a plan. They may have a scheme. They're just going to take Hogger. Golden going to go ahead and pick up the Hogger here, throw a little wrench into the Baby Maker's plans. Makes sense to me. I can dig it. I can dig it. Baby Makers with the response. They could still just do like a Stitches Malfurion here, but there's other good options as well. They could take the Dahaka on the other side. They could do something like the Tychus. Stukov Sylvanas going to be the choice here from Frecklebob and Paper Tanks. So our first Sylvanas of the day. Pretty strong with the objective here on Infernal Shrines. Stukov, pretty good siege as well. Baby Makers could just go into a big push comp with those two. See what the response is going to be. It's going to be Brightwing Tychus. I like taking the Tychus away. Alfie going to go ahead and pick that up again. Shredded Wind going with the macro presence provided by Brightwing. Tychus with Stukov is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Prevents something like, an Anubarak Tychus rotation from Baby Makers, which would be devastating. First ban of the mid ban's going to be the Diablo here from Baby Makers. Yeah, I could see that. Diablo Tychus is pretty good, and there's the Anubarak response. I figured, Those are the two tanks. They're either going to trade him or they're going to ban him in that situation. Those are your two premier engaged tanks. Dahaka Tyrael going to be the choice here for Marbuckle and D-Sheebs. Tyrael's an interesting one. That belies a possible Greymane last pick. We're going to see Gingy Boy respond with an Uther. So that's going to be a double support setup. To split two ends, go with something like a Vala here. Gonna go with the Chromie, okay. I guess you've got the Tychus already. They're going for big damage from the Chromie. Try to ward away any mad charges into the back line with the Tychus. Makes sense to me. Dead Wish final pick here. Is it just going to be the straight Greymane? Are they going to go whole hog onto the back line? Or seeing this Uther Brightwing, do they have to switch up their strategy a little? Kerrigan, okay. So a little less throughput damage, but some good extra CC and some good extra engage there. Tyrael's engage is somewhat lacking. Dahaka has to run at people. Kerrigan's at least got that leap to try to get in and deal some damage. Keep him still for Stukov combos. Alrighty. Excellent, excellent. We're going into game number 2. We're going to try our prediction button again. Hopefully it works. Alright, as we load in here. This is an interesting setup. We've got double support with Chromie Tychus versus a Tyrael Kerrigan front line with a Dahaka kicker. Let's do it. Alrighty. Game number 2 is underway on the left in the blue. Phoenix Rising Esports. Alfie is on the Tychus. Gingy Boy playing Uther. Split two ends is on the Chromie. Shredded Wind is playing the Brightwing. And Golden is on the Hogger. On the right in the red, we have Baby Makers. Dead Wish is on the Kerrigan. Freckle Bob playing Stukov. Paper Tanks is on the Sylvanas. Marbuckle playing Dahaka. And D-Sheebs on the Tyrael. Can't poly them all. I mean, yeah, you've got a few different ways to get in there. You've got some good threats. It's only so many times you can be stopped. See how it works out for him. Big drag gonna land there onto Hogger in the early going, gonna hit the time stop as well. And get the Unstoppable coming on out, as well as the first phase shift of the game. Tyrael trying to use that wave to help keep that, or use the shield, help keep the wave alive, but it looks like the wave clear, at least the first set of wave clear. Gonna go over to Phoenix Rising here. Checking in on the top lane. Kerrigan just keeping an eye on things. Drag from Marbuckle's actually going to land there onto Golden. Hogger taking some hits here in the early going. Big bets coming out onto Phoenix Rising here. Who's going to come on through and sneak in a Baby Maker's bet in the end? We will find out. Baby Makers going straight after the bottom camp here as the left side camp is started up by Phoenix Rising. Split two ends, going to scout it out, but a little bit too late. Here comes an invade. Oh, Alfie and Shredded Wind could be in big trouble. Shredded Wind hit with that Kerrigan combo. There's the silence, but Shredded Wind able to get away. Now it's Gingy Boy in some trouble, and Uther is going to go down. Camp bullies here on the side of Baby Makers. Dead Wish going to go ahead and start up the right side camp as the bottom lane is going to be pushed in here. Baby Makers off to a strong start versus this double support composition. Checking in on the experience. They've got all the mercs. They've got all the hero kills. A little bit behind in minion soak, but nothing that can't be rectified soon. Going for the camp trifecta, and they will get it. Baby Makers going 3 for 3 on the siege camps. Two members Paper Tanks and Frecklebob already starting up the Shaman camp. They want to get that going close to the 3-minute mark. The camp is now going to be pushing in through the mid lane. It's going to have to be dealt with, but Chromie is already starting up this this side camp. Tychus trying to soak the bottom lane. Uther going to have some trouble here, clearing away this Khosra camp. Did Uther go? Nope. Threw one with the Holy Shock. I think Holy Fire's on 4. If Uther was going to be going for wave clear. Arbuckle with a drag there. Split 2 ends, able to move back to safety though and be saved by the Brightwing. Arbuckle on the backline will be guarded by Gingy Boy. Golden pulled in by the Kerrigan combo. That's a lot of damage, and Hogger is actually going to go down here. Dahaka continuing to be a nuisance on the edge, forces out Gingy Boy. Lurker Strain. Oh, Dahaka is stopped. Right now, Baby Makers still the zone bullies. We're going to go ahead and pick up this first objective without too much trouble. Tychus trying to stop the top lane pressure as Marbuckle going to go ahead and clear as well. Split 2 ends and Gingy Boy, they just got no way to step up. Brightwing getting some good counter soak down here in the bottom lane, actually getting Phoenix Rising ahead. Look at that minion soak. Almost 1.5k ahead now during that phase. Gingy Boy taking a little bit of damage. Nothing that can't be healed off. But there's the Black Arrow. Sylvanas turns off the fort, turns off the tower. Objective down below half health here. Jump comes out. Oh, the mortar's landing at the same time. Actually dealt a significant amount of damage to Gingy Boy. But mid fort is going to fall off of this first mortar punisher. Deadwish wanting to get the pull. Gingy Boy with a nice dodge. Marbuckle can't quite land the drag. Baby Makers making good use of the Sylvanas, making good use of their early game composition. Here with this Kerrigan Sylvanas. Baby Makers going for the bottom camp once again here. Phoenix Rising trying to start up the left camp, but their speed in this clear just not the same. Paper Tanks going straight across here. Will we see another invade? Not going to get there in time for an invade, but they will step up onto this wall. Baby Makers, uh-oh, the flank coming in from Alfie. Paper Tanks has the speed to move away. Deadwish was looking for a pull there, but he's going to eat a full Chromie combo and not get the stun. Baby Makers thinking about the right side camp. Split 2 ends. Going to just go ahead and check. Just going to throw at the Slowing Sands. Keeping an eye on things, as one does. Alfie pulled in there by Marbuckle. There's the slow on the Lurker Strain as well. This could be trouble here for Tychus. The rest of the crew is here. Bye-bye, Alfie. 3rd kill for Baby Makers. Both teams about to have their level 10s. Excuse me. As we now have some big pressure down here in the bottom lane. The Black Arrows from Paper Tanks are online, and the wall will be taken down. We've got the Sanctification, Mind Control, Massive Shove, Ultralisk, and Isolation here on the side of Baby Makers for heroic options. Over on the side of Phoenix Rising, we've got the Divine Shield, Commandeer Odin, Blink Heal, Slowing Sands, and Hortipult. As Golden just double-checks the edge there, make sure there's no flank, but flank there may be. Hogger gonna stay safe as Baby Makers did move off the map there. Gingy Boy on alert in case there's another push. But just going for the right side camp here is Frecklebob and Paper Tanks. D-Sheebs. We'll see the rotation from Alfie. Gonna go ahead and boogie on out of there. Next Shrine coming up in the bottom lane. It's gonna be a Frozen Punisher available for both teams. See who's going to jump on that first. Wave clear. Things mostly cleared up, but the Shaman camp pushing in the top lane will have to be dealt with by Phoenix Rising. They're either going to have to finish up this fight real fast, which they may. D-Sheep stepping in there is going to eat a combo before getting on out. The Shaman Camp top lane is working in Babymaker's favor the longer this goes. Hogger onto the point, but doesn't get the spin angle quite right. Marbuckle looking to engage on the backline, just being a scary dinosaur. Commandeer Odin going to be popped here by Alfie. Marbuckle forced to use Essence on the edge, wants to find a drag on the split two ends, but will be cleansed out. Marbuckle could be in trouble. Gets underground here, dead with a giant pull. The mind control is not going to land, but right wing going down anyway. One kill for Babymakers. Ultralisk comes out as well, and it looks like this objective will be going over to Babymakers. Poor ulti. Sent away by the Chromie Sands. Chromie has finished that level 1 Sandblast quest, so he's going to have 2 Echoes of Time here to help throw in that damage. Luther sitting at 68 out of 80 on the Silver Touch right now. It's the Frozen Punisher easily turning off this bottom fort.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
See how much damage it can do to the keep wall. Deadwish clearing up the wave here, but taking quite a while for this Punisher to catch up as it was hitting those big punches on the minions. Hogger rotating around here, trying to find level 13 for Phoenix Rising, but the jump over the wall is going to land onto Uther. Gingy Boy moving back to safety. Deadwish going straight onto the keep here, trying to find the pull, but only hits the wave. Punisher down to half health. Keep is starting to take some damage and is turned off. Uh-oh, Uther could be in trouble here. Mind control coming on out. Big damage. Silence coming on out, but look at the saves. Golden trying to swipe them away. Shredded Wind taking so much damage, getting the big save. D-shield, self D-shield onto Hogger, but it's going to be Dahaka that goes down. Jump onto Golden. Will we see the kill onto Hogger? Yes, the bruisers are down. Pull is up. Alfie able to get away from damage. Pops the Unstoppable as well. Core does remove the objective. Wow, so many saves. Unbelievable how long Uther and Brightwing survived there, and they didn't even go down. It was actually Hogger that ended up going down after the kill onto Dahaka. Impressive defense for Phoenix Rising, considering. We're going to see Babymakers likely on the tour to camps here. They've got their full level lead. Shaman Camp now being worked on by Phoenix Rising. See if they cap that right away. Babymakers making short work of the Siege Camp. See if they move right across here once they see the Shaman Camp's been taken. Yep, there they go. They're going to move right in here for the steal. Big push top lane being escorted by 3. But we're going to see a triple camp take in the bottom side here by Babymakers. Kerrigan hanging out on the edge. They'd love to wait until level 16 before their next engage. So they're not going to make a big stink there in the mid lane. Allowing a quick clear here for Phoenix Rising. They are going to go for the top fort, though. They've got their 16 advantage now. They've got the black arrows. Dahaka here on the flank is going to be spotted by the time trap. Marbuckle wants a drag here onto Alfie. Can't quite dismount the Tychus, though. Marbuckle taking some damage. That is the enhanced agility on 1 for Dahaka, by the way. Currently at 6 stacks. Golden continuing to watch the edge. Marbuckle dipping in and out of vision is going to get stunned on the edge. Avoids the dynamite, but will land the drag. Golden with the Hogger on the point. The Unstoppable is actually going to block the mind control. Big silence coming out onto Uther. Can there be the save? No, Uther is going to fall. D-Sheeb's in a little bit of trouble there. He's taking some serious damage. Tyrael has to back off. The Advanced Tumbling Claws is online. That's going to help Marbuckle escape. Oh, what a stun combo onto Paper Tanks. The Polymorph in as well. Hogger being counter-engaged onto. Has to pop the Hortipult to get away. And for all that, only Uther is down. Top fort in serious disrepair on the side of Phoenix Rising. Bottom lane is starting to stack up. 3 catapults. Gonna have to be cleared away by Golden here. With Golden showing in bottom lane, Babymakers move up. and take out the fort. They're trying to catch up here. Split 2 ends in some big trouble. Chromie is actually taken down here. That's a very big pick. Unstoppable onto Alfie is going to cancel the mind control. That's a very important pick here for Baby Makers as the objective. The Arcane Punisher in the top lane is now theirs for the take. Going to be basically uncontested here as Baby Makers wraps up this minion push. Phoenix Rising, just making sure that there's no greedy rotations here, trying to keep an eye on things. Will they 39 this? Let's see. D-Sheep's keeping an eye out. Deadwish gonna get the 1. Okay, so they're just gonna go for the 39. Camps are up and available, but Hog are gonna go ahead and take the bottom camp. We'll see how much more map pressure Baby Makers wants to put on here. They've got the Shaman camp going to be pushing in the mid. Deadwish having some fun here, trying to not get the 40th minion. But there it is. We got the Arcane Punisher. It's going to be stacked up with this Shaman camp. Dahaka has the split push coming, but Phoenix Rising on the edge. Gingy Boy will be spotted there by D-Sheebs. Deadwish jumping right in there. Gonna get polymorphed in the slowing sands. The sanctification from Tyrael trying to save Deadwish, but going straight in is Kerrigan. Look at that healing. Hogger down as well. There goes Uther. The triple kill from Baby Makers. And this could be core. This could be it. Alfie and Split 2 ends, the only 2 remaining. GG has been called as Black Arrows are going to turn off the keep. And they're just going to move straight past. The core is open. The bottom lane keep already down. They're trying to punch through this Stukov healing and this Tyrael shielding, but they're just not going to have enough. The Shaman camp and the objective are on the way, and Baby Makers showing up big here versus Phoenix Rising are going to pick up the 2-0. GG. Wow. Explosive series, explosive second game there. Baby Makers 10-1 on the kills with the very aggro comp here. The Tyrael Kerrigan able to dive on in and just really do a good job of harassing this double support comp. Marbuckle on the Dahaka especially. Just staying on the edge there, waiting for that isolation and landing it onto one of those 2 big targets between Brightwing and Uther. Able to punch on through after hitting that often. Yeah, great job by Baby Makers there. Taking a look at the stats, Split 2 ends on the Chromie, dealing a lot of damage. 63,000, but just couldn't end up getting the kill there through Freckle Bob's healing. Look at that, 73,000 healing. Unbelievable. Over on the side of Baby Makers, Paper Tanks on the Sylvanas, only 30,000 damage, but that's all it took. That's all it took. Baby Makers with the 2-0. Incredible stuff there. Dyslexic with the follow. Thank you very much for the support. 2, you're right there. All right. We're going to be going in for an interview. We'll leave the talents up here for a moment. And then we'll head on over. Alrighty. Let's see if we can get an interview with Baby Makers here. Keeping an eye on the Discord. Update the score here. There we go.
Hello.
Alrighty. Paper Tanks, welcome. Congratulations on the 2-0.
Thank you. Thank you.
Quite the series. Not exactly how I expected it to go. I mean, game number 1, super back and forth there. Tell me about just sort of the mid game there on Alterac Pass. There's so much that you kind of have to do on the map. It's so difficult to punch through for a victory without at least 2 keeps down. What does it take in those sort of situations around level 19, around level 20 to not try to just go for the one keep victory?
So we knew from the draft the whole plan was playing off a hook trap. That's the only win condition that we really had, and so that early game we suffered a little bit. So we got 7 with the silence. Then things got a little bit better. But once we hit 13, that game started turning. I know we got down 2 keeps pretty early. I'd say right around 17, 18, 20. But once we kind of got to the late game and we were able to just really push those death timers out, we started feeling a lot more confident. We were really able to start being a little more aggressive with our macro and such.
Yeah, it was, I mean, camp timings aside, those are, teams at this level obviously going to get that going. But yeah, just the, I felt like the knowledge on where the enemy was supposed to be and getting those hooks into those spaces seemed very, very well practiced. Do you get a lot of Stitches scrims in there, or is it just sort of game knowledge accrued over time that you get to apply to a tank like Stitches?
I would say it's a little bit of both. Our tank player loves Stitches, so he plays him, in his off time and QM fun games or whatever. Um, and just also the game knowledge too. I mean, we did absolutely misplay though. Put late game once we got that bottom keep, we started retreating, and we was like, oh wait, they're probably on this camp right here, and we all moved to be aggressive on the camp off the
Mm.
hook, and they caught us and punished us. But
Yeah, very, very exciting game number one as trading real serious haymakers post level 20 there, but great job in recovering, coming out for the victory. Um, man, sort of during that final objective capture, Dahaka pressuring basically all 3 lanes pushed right into the core there. Was there any thought that maybe the whole team had to back for the defense, or did you feel like Deadwish on the Falstad had that situation under control?
yeah, we knew he had it under control. I mean, there was a couple early game ends from Deadwish, but we expect that. But when it actually mattered, we knew he was going to be able to hold core and let us get control of the map again and make sure we got that objective.
Very nicely done. Nice confidence, and that rolls into game number 2. Infernal Shrines, a much cleaner victory there. Tell me about how the draft went. Going, pretty standard early on, going with your Dahaka Stukov, and then breaking into a Tyrael Kerrigan in response. What did you see out of Phoenix Rising's draft where you felt like this is how we're going to win this game?
So once we kind of saw the Uther Brightwing, we knew that the idea was to poly and double stun somebody, potentially Storm if they went that route, but they didn't. And so we knew that they could really lock down one target. And so the Dahaka was pretty clutch there. They had nothing to really deal with the Dahaka at all, so he caused a lot of mayhem. So either they blow all their cooldowns and try to kill Dahaka, and Kerrigan just cleans up, or vice versa, and we have the Sank there too. So we knew that their play style wouldn't actually work very well against what we had.
Okay. One thing that I was noticing was Dahaka's isolation seemed to be a big part of being able to punch through and get those kills. Was it a big part of waiting on that isolation to land, or was it more watching for enemy cooldowns to find your opportunity to surge through?
So for all of you people out there watching, that's a clinic right there. Patience with the Haka is pretty clutch. Being able to know when the burrow is and actually hold cooldowns and not just spam all your buttons and then have to walk away. So those isolations, we were very patient with them. Marbuckle did a really good job of coming out of bushes with that extra speed and hitting the tongues, hitting the isolations. And again, without any real true way of shutting down the Dahaka because they were focused on the Kerrigan. Just she did a great job. Just absolutely was MVP for us that game.
Nicely done. Clean victory and a clean 2-0 there for Baby Makers. Congratulations. You were Division A champs last season, correct?
We were division champs 2 seasons ago.
Oh, that was 2 seasons ago. Okay.
Yeah, we made it to playoffs in Heroic last season and got knocked out by Kyrie's Tempest.
Okay.
In that 3-2.
Yeah, I was remembering 2 seasons ago. Okay. Yeah,
yep, same
really,
team from when we won it.
Nice to see a squad staying together and looking very strong here in the Heroic division. Looking forward into the weeks here. Any other teams here in the heroic division you're looking for some grudge matches, some rivals that you're looking forward to facing?
There's actually quite a bit of new teams in heroic this season. Not even a lot of like remakes from the same people. So there are really no grudge matches per se. I guess if we had one, I'd probably say maybe like the Bronze Six team, just because they beat us in the summer league. So I mean, I guess that would be the only thing
Okay.
I'm really looking forward to.
Nice. Well, we'll be looking forward to that one for sure. Um, Fantastic. Paper Tanks, thanks so much for joining me. The floor is yours. Any shout outs you'd like to make before we close out here?
Yeah, thanks a lot. Shout out to you, man. I always enjoy watching your streams. So when I go back and watch the series again, I'm gonna have a good time. Shout out to all the people watching. It's always great playing in front of other people and having people cheer for you. And then shout out to the team. Like we've had our ups and downs, and we've always come through on the other end. And I think we're a better, stronger team for everything. So that's all I got.
Fantastic. Well done today. Thank you so much for joining me for this interview, and good luck going forward.
All right. Appreciate your time. Have a great night.
You as well.